Hey, let me just give people a disclaimer. If you're starting to watch this and you got kids in the room and that's a problem, take them out of the room and then enjoy the show. You know, like
Probably a good idea. Because even if we try not to curse while we're playing this, we're going to, because
it happens.
It's that intense. Well, hello there, friends, and welcome to the second installment of On Location, the show where we invite our friends from across the industry to meet us someplace in the metaverse to hang out, have fun, and talk about the tech that we all love. With me, as always, my good friends to the end, Ruuts and Eric, and our special guest today is truly a VR OG. He has served for the past 6 years as the head of marketing of Fast Travel Games and oversaw the launches of well-known titles such as Apex Construct, The Curious Tale of the Stolen Pets, and most recently, Wraith the Oblivion Afterlife. Andreas Juliusson. Andreas, thank you for hanging out with us today.
Well, thanks for inviting me. You know, what better way to end the week than killing off hordes of zombies?
Dude, this game is so fun, and you know, I really love it because they really have stuck to what works in VR here, and they haven't really reinvented the wheel. It's just a fast-paced arcade shooter, and you know, a lot of people have said a lot of things about the amount of content in this game. I've got over 30 hours in it, and we've only played through like 3 out of the 5 levels. Like, yeah, we've been playing it nonstop for about 2 weeks now, and it's not getting boring yet. So I think you're in for a treat.
And we haven't even touched the multiplayer yet. We've just been doing the co-op. There's a whole multiplayer, you know, player versus player that we haven't even been into yet, and we've got almost 30 hours into this game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty cool. 2019, I went to Gamescom for the VR Games showcase that I arranged, and my friends at Vertigo Games were at location that summer with a hands-on version of this game. So that's like 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I've been following the developments ever since, and I'm so happy for them to finally get this out for players to enjoy. It's been a long road.
Our
development as well. And
our good friend Gamertag VR was at that Gamescom, and he was highly impressed with it as well.
Yeah. So this is pretty cool. I haven't played it yet. I want to tell you that. This is my first time playing it. I played the tutorial, of course, but I'm a completely noob in this game, so hopefully that won't show too much, but we'll see.
You know what that means, right? He's got like 40 hours in, and he's going to make us all look bad.
Yeah, right.
he's about to make a bet. You guys want to make a bet? Hey, Wes, I don't know how you did it. Wes, I don't know how you did it, but somehow you made Masked Michael, and you took over Jen.
Well, you know how I did it? Me and Tam2 are like this, son. Best pals to the end.
That's why I got Jimmy.
Right.
Yeah, you got the best.
That's right.
You got the best.
Yeah, thanks, Tam2.
Yeah, Jimmy's the best.
Anyway, for those of you out there who don't know On Location and how this is going to work, we are going to basically just hang out and play this game. When we reach a break in the action, then we're going to dive into a little bit of VR talk. You know, originally, Andreas, the idea here is that we were going to kind of talk as we play. But when you get in an intense game like this, it's pretty much impossible. So there are safe rooms throughout these levels, and every time we hit a safe room, we'll hit a topic.
Cool. What about swearing and cursing and stuff while we shoot stuff? Is that okay, or will you?
I think if you do that kind of shit, I'm going to get pretty fucking pissed off. So, no, I'm just kidding.
There are some people that might. Hey, let me just give people a disclaimer. If you're starting to watch this and you got kids in the room and that's a problem, take them out of the room and then enjoy the show. You know, like.
Probably a good idea. Because even if we try not to curse while we're playing this, we're going to, because
it happens.
It's that intense.
Yeah, it's extremely intense.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Anyway,
let's do it.
Let's say we go slay some zombies, guys. Let's do it.
Clear of the door.
My shotgun is ready.
I'm excited to be in here.
I love the
This is
shotgun.
the first time.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
It's exciting, right?
Let's go.
I Sherpa'd radio run last night.
Yeah, I saw Radio Runt was all bummed out that he had the game and nobody was around to play with him at first.
That sucks. Well, that's why I thought it was cool last night. Yeah, we were showing Wes's sister the game yesterday.
Yeah, we wanted to party up with you, Mash, but we had a full party at the time.
Yeah, no, that's no worries. It was good because we kind of got to help other people, right? Cool.
So remind me how the quick reload thing works.
Hit the.
I got it.
Oh, watch out, Mash right next to you.
Oh.
They're here.
Reloading.
You have to hit your A button to drop your clip.
Yeah, you hit the A button and bring it to your chest to reload.
He's got a shotgun. All right, he's got a shotgun.
And it's got a pump action. You have to pump the shotgun, Andreas.
All right, there we go. Thank you. So 0 kills so far, but I'm getting there.
Well, we all have to learn.
The shotgun,
Here we go.
You can get up to like 30 shots in there, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Now I got it.
And so it's just like you can use it for feels like a long time.
Yeah.
What happened to the beautiful white winter wonderland, guys? Where'd it go?
Yeah, right.
To adjust.
It's all red now.
All right. They're in here, guys. There they are.
If we hook up that Arizona Sunshine machine over there, you'll see my high school.
I love that they put the Arizona Sunshine machine in here.
I know, right?
And then they talk about it and everything.
Shot my
All right. So this game is pretty much all about looting and shooting. So we're on the lookout for these floppy disks, and what the floppy disk will do is if we manage to finish the level with them, you earn attachments to the weapons.
Nice.
Reloading.
Got a pipe bomb here. If anybody wants one.
Pipe bombs. Yeah. Who doesn't want pipe bombs?
Yeah, right. Everybody
These days,
wants
right?
to play
Reloading.
I can
can't
name
get
a few
this one
people
done,
that would
let me-
probably not like pipe bombs, but
Well, yeah. It depends on what your definition of pipe bomb is.
Yeah, right.
Are we going up?
up.
Yep.
Yep.
Once we figure could repurpose old arcade cabinets for supplies.
Holy crap.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know it melts them, right?
It's like I feel like melee fighting almost and getting very close up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
that
shotgun.
shotgun,
Yeah, they were, I guess,
particularly is
close, right?
Stop shooting each other.
Close range.
no. I've put quite a few upgrades on that shotgun. It makes a pretty big difference actually to the stock shotgun.
So do you often run out of ammo, or can you like keep shooting and stuff?
Yeah.
Well,
as
have
the
you seen that
difficulty
ammo
level
boxes?
rises,
Right.
My eyes need to adjust.
so
Yeah, you
the
have
green
the
ones
green
have, the green ammo boxes have a limited amount of ammo. The purple ones regenerate.
Right.
Right, like this. Whee!
Oh, rappelling.
Reloading.
Woohoo!
I'm loving this with the gun stock, Mash.
Is the
it's good,
the
right?
Mr.
Mr.
Task gun
Task.
stock really helping out a lot?
With my with this machine gun, and it's just really good for accuracy, right? Oh God.
I'm gonna have to get Taz to fabricate some holders from my G2 controllers because this
Oh.
is my main now. I rarely use my Quest anymore.
Please, dude, that'll take 2 seconds. Hey, Task, bro, like, there's a lot of G2 people who need your thing. He's already probably working on it. Yeah, he's printing it.
Yeah, guaranteed. Anyone need juice stem?
I
Andreas,
don't
hold
know, do
still.
I?
Hold
No,
still.
you need-
Stop for a minute. I'm going to cure you, or heal you. There you go.
All right.
Yeah, look at your right wrist. I don't know if you saw. There's a healing or your life bar.
All right. Yep.
Okay.
It's green and shiny.
You're nice and. Oh my God, I'm stuck in the wall.
Ugh, my eyes need
So
to.
did you guys play a lot of Left 4 Dead in the past?
Me and Mash have been
Not
playing
really,
Back 4
honestly.
Blood. We've been playing the new one, the
that
hell
was
out of it.
awesome.
It's really good. Pretty much my go-to.
Between Back 4 Blood and this game.
Back up, Andreas. That thing's going to explode.
Yeah,
oh, God.
I can see that.
Ooh.
He's about to blow.
He's going to take a whole bunch of your life.
Or if you're close enough, he at least and doesn't do much damage. He'll he has a whole bunch of, or he'll make it a tunnel around you, like you can't see, like a storm.
Mm-hmm.
It's very for like 10 seconds. Very. Let's put it this way: I've got my sight back and been swarmed and been like not even known it. Right?
Yeah, you kind of get shell shocked for a minute if you're close to an explosion. It takes a few seconds to. I want to take a moment to shout out.
The ledge.
Take a moment to shout out Technoglitch because this is his favorite level and he can't see us played enough. He loves it so much.
Techno glitch.
Boom.
Oh man, I love tech.
Reloading.
I was playing with Tech last night.
Oh.
Well, I know. I thought he was playing. You guys do good.
We did okay. we didn't run anything on like master or anything. We just played veteran, and we played 3 levels of veteran. The first 3 levels. We just had to bring radio along and teach the game a little bit.
Reloading.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So did you guys also like teleport down the ledge there?
It does it on its own.
Down here?
Let me ask you this. What did you think about that? Did you enjoy the fact that you lost control and got thrown down a ledge? Because we don't like it.
So
They really need to give us the option.
Yeah.
It's the same. They did the same thing in Arizona Sunshine. It was exactly the same in that game as well.
Well, these zombies, especially in master mode, like it's got me killed because I've dropped into a area where it was not the best.
Oh, here they come.
Put it that way.
Can you kill him?
Don't let him get close.
Yeah, but don't get close to him. He picks you up, and then he'll slam you with a punch, and he kills you. So it kind of sucks.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
He is now.
Now,
Boom.
Now he is.
At least he's headless, yeah. Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright,
I'm
so-
out of ammo.
You gotta make sure you
On my
pick up all
shotgun.
this orange.
Well, the good thing is that we're at the first safe room, so we're going to be able to stock up.
Oh, that's
Oh
awesome.
yeah. That is the good news.
I wonder what would happen if we all ran out of ammo before we cleared the sprawl. We'd be stuck, wouldn't we?
Can you somehow melee the enemies, or
There was melee in it, but
with the?
from what I understand, originally the Gamescom version that you played, they had some melee in it, but they thought that it interfered with the flow of the gunplay, so they have opted to not leave it in for now, but they're talking like they might bring it back at some point.
Cool.
Unless your audio is just a little bit garbled. I don't know if it's.
Take a breather. You made it to a
Let me make sure my correct.
stock.
You're better now.
Oh, okay. It must have been a network thing.
Yeah, it was.
Keep in
Yeah,
mind
yep.
that if you spend harvest now,
Okay, so I can buy stuff here now. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are 2 of these safe rooms in every level, and it's kind of a way for us to get a break, to heal up, and stock up. Also,
Items in all of these, yeah.
yeah, they're all the same. And if we happen to find any of those floppy disks, this is where we redeem them at. We put them actually in these drives on the front of the machine.
All right, so I can barely hear you, Mash, for some reason. I thought, well, I'll just go turn him up in Discord, and I can't because we're not
He's a
in
little
Discord.
I'm a little bit low.
You're a little bit low, Mash.
It is when I'm, especially when we're fighting. It's like if you're talking, I can't hear you, and I need to hear your velvety voice, bro. Like I need it.
Let me make sure I'm tabbed. You know what? I have my audio down. Let me make sure I'm tabbed into the game because that will screw me up. Hang on.
I'm gonna check.
How do I use items?
Okay, so you can put them in your wrist like Alex, Half-Life Alex.
Cool.
And then stuff like syringes, you would just use a trigger and then put it in like a. There you go. Like I told Wes's sister last night, Pulp Fiction it, like syringe it right in your chest. Adrenaline.
Yeah.
That was a great moment in that movie.
You have an inventory slot.
It is
You
better.
have an inventory slot on each sleeve, and obviously you can carry things in your offhand as well.
Right.
It helps to take extras with you because the boss fight gets a little bit intense.
I wish you had like 4
Especially
slots.
Yeah,
Because
that's great.
the thing is 2 doesn't seem to be enough. I mean, we really, I guess that's what they want. They want you to choose between taking health with you or a pipe bomb, right? They don't want to make it too easy.
You know what we need? We need that revolutionary Apex Construct backpack. That's what we need. The inventory from that game was groundbreaking, wasn't it?
It was a little bit before its time, yeah.
Yeah, I think all of these new inventory systems are kind of based on that idea that you guys broke with that game. So again, just further proof that you legit OG VR OG 6 years now, right, Andreas at Fast Travel?
Fast Travel is in its 6th year. That's correct.
Right.
I joined in 2017 myself, so I'm into my 5th year now.
Your 5th year, so about as long as I've been in VR.
That's like 25 years.
Right.
VR.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's all the way back to the first home VR gaming.
Did you catch? Did you happen to catch the Game Awards last night?
Well, not during the night because it's 2 a.m.
Oh, right.
Got 2 kids.
Right,
and
I got you.
aging as well. So, but I did a recap this morning. Yeah, I watched it all this morning.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Cool stuff.
It was interesting because obviously VR has like a growing footprint, right? Used to, you didn't see anything VR related, and while still it's relatively small, you can tell that we're making progress, right? We got a game announcement with Among Us. They announced new Beat Saber DLC, and my fingers are still crossed that the Hellblade sequel, Hellblade 2, is going to be VR like the original one was, because that footage was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, that game really showed that. No, maybe not. But the first game in VR really showed that third person can also work really, really good in VR, I think.
Yeah, and that's a lesson a lot of developers should take note of, because I've heard that argument so many times that if it's in VR, it has to be first person, and that's just not my experience. Some of my favorite games are third person games.
Yeah. But I mean,
Anyway,
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think the Game Awards, just the fact that it has the VR category as well, and these announcements that you said, like the Among Us game, I mean, that's one of the most popular gaming brands.
It's going to be huge. It's going to sell a lot of headsets, I guarantee.
Yeah, I think it's just important for the authenticity of VR for the years to come as well, that, there are experiences that can entice a younger audience as well. Not to say that only kids are playing Among Us, but my kids are, and they are like 9. So
right.
There is a very wide audience for Among Us. It's a phenomenon, of course.
Well,
and getting
this
the
is what
real game into VR. Yeah.
What I've been saying for a long time, and we've been seeing it. I mean, they've been hitting our generation for a while, right? But they're hitting specific genres, right? With these AAA games, they're bringing really popular games in. It's very smart.
Yep.
And each one is going to exponentially increase VR's footprint out there, right? Like, it's just, I think we're about to see another explosion, because I don't think Among Us is the only big game that is coming that we don't know about, right?
Yeah, somebody told me.
I'm sure there would be more.
Somebody told me that City Skylines was even going to be making its way into VR. Did you guys hear that?
What?
No,
I know, dude. That looks so good, right?
I mean, I hope it lands in the hands of a very skilled developer.
Yeah, really. Somebody who
As do I.
An important franchise.
Someone who has experience with bringing beloved IPs into VR, right?
Yeah, that would be my pick.
Yeah, mine as well.
That's cool. I mean, last week, you guys obviously saw the announcement we did last week at the Upload VR showcase.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
We were quite overwhelmed actually by the reception and the magnitude of interest and awareness in this game, because it was really hard to analyze before we announced it. Like, how many people are interested in a city builder like this? And I know that Skylines is the leading brand in city building games today for PC and console, but it was really hard to measure the impact that a VR version or adaptation would have. And just seeing the results now, we easily got 100,000 views on the Oculus Quest YouTube channel, for example, or the Oculus YouTube channel, which is unprecedented over the last few months for any game.
Yeah.
So there is a massive interest, and I think that alongside games like Resident Evil 4 and GTA San Andreas, of course, which is also announced, this is all signs that the VR audience is big enough now to warrant these world popular IPs to also enter the media.
Right. Yeah.
Well, now you're talking a system seller too, because so it's not just you're catering to people that already own VR. You're going to cater to everybody that may not even have VR, but maybe like, this is my favorite game of all time, whether it be Resident Evil or whether it be Skylines or GTA. Now they're going to be like, I need to do this in VR. I'm going to go buy a headset where they may not bought a headset before.
Yeah, we're seeing tons of those comments right now on our YouTube trailer or in Reddit, for example. We engaged with the Skylines audiences as well, and of course let them know this is coming. And while some are saying, I'm pretty happy with playing this in flat screen, there are loads of people saying, oh wow, now I need to get a headset just because of this. So yeah, that effect to me is just heartwarming to see. That we can also help the industry grow.
Here's the thing that I believe is that, and this is what I said about other ones that are coming out as far, this type of game, what I think really piques everybody's interest is the fact, and this you can go for roller coaster sims, amusement parks, whatever, any of those type of games. We want to create it and we want to go in it. And I think that is what grabs most people's imagination, is building this city and going and being able to shrink down and look at the scale and just ride around and just check it out. And I think that's what excites me the most anyway.
And that's.
I've been playing the game. Yeah, so go ahead.
No, I was going to say that's what makes bringing these new IPs into VR so important, because the technology allows people to experience these franchises that they've loved for all these years in new ways that they've never had the opportunity to do before. And it's been slow going, obviously, because no one quite understands until they get a headset on their face. But thanks to the advent of affordable, easy to use standalone headsets, we're seeing a boom right now. Well, I'm sure you're seeing the same thing as well.
Absolutely. I think we have been saying that now officially as well, that our previous game, or actually our latest game, which is Wraith the Oblivion Afterlife, the sales on Quest versus Steam and PlayStation VR, the share of sales is just overwhelmingly towards Quest, more so than I could ever expect. And there are different reasons for that as well. I know that PC VR and PlayStation VR is still extremely relevant, and there are hits on these platforms as well. But for a multi-platform game like Afterlife, Quest has been extremely important.
Yeah, it's cyclical too. Those other platforms are going to have their time. They will come again. But right now it's the era of standalone. And I think that for all the things people have said about standalone mobile VR holding back the quality of the games, I think that it's a very worthwhile trade-off for the light years ahead we've been able to jump in terms of adoption.
Yeah, and ultimately, if the industry grows and more people are getting into VR, it also means we can make bigger and better games. It all goes hand in hand, really. So, from our perspective, it's just good. And then you still see some developers focusing, single-handedly on PC VR or PlayStation VR, like Fract, for example, that Dreams made, which was a PSVR exclusive and using all the strengths of that platform.
Incredible
That's also
game.
a good thing. Yeah. But I think I wanted to mention about Cities VR, like we've been playing the game, of course, in the early stages on the alpha build right now for some time, and it really, you mentioned it before, it's kind of hard sometimes to explain to people what's really cool about VR before you actually get a headset on top of their heads. And the same thing goes with a city builder game like this, I think. Like, it's not until you really get into the game that you see the sense of scope and the sense of attachment to your creations and your citizens. Like, I really, really feel for the well-being of my citizens in this game. And just going down from a bird's eye view all the way down to the street levels and see the neighborhoods come to life and all that, it creates an emotional attachment that is really hard to put in words. But it also, that's like the rationale behind making a game like this in VR, and the existence of it is all down to this sense of immersion and attachment that you get. So even a city builder, might not be the first genre you think of when you think of VR. Just by playing it now for a couple of weeks and months, I really, really feel that VR boosts this kind of experience in a way that flat screen game cannot do.
Well, let me ask you this. So, it's nothing new for your studio and your company to go a new direction with the next title. That's kind of been your MO, right? One title being vastly different from the last one. However, I was a bit surprised with the choice of a city builder because typically, even as different as all your titles have been, they've kind of all had this underlying factor of being built on a foundation of strong storytelling. And this is going to be the first time that you've kind of gotten away from the narrative-driven side of things and went with something completely new. Was it the opportunity to work on this franchise that kind of spurred that, or were you already thinking about doing a city builder before you approached the Skylines people?
No, I think we have an open mind as to what to do next, and we don't want to get stuck in just making one kind of game. As much as I would love to make Apex Construct 2, and I think there is quite a demand for it, we as a studio are growing and evolving and need to try out different things. And with Afterlife, of course, being a World of Darkness title and a collaboration with Paradox Interactive, this opportunity also came to us, really. Paradox Interactive was really keen on branching out a little bit with some of their IPs.
Nice.
And Skylines was one of them. So, it was a no-brainer for us to do it, because Skylines is an amazing game. And we felt we had the technical skills to pull this off. It's quite a comprehensive game. There's a lot of tools and a lot of management and micromanagement that you need sort of to adapt into VR that doesn't, automatically or just by looking at it, it doesn't really translate well to VR. So that was a challenge that we really, really liked as well. Like, can we make this game really, really awesome in VR without losing, of course, the core fundamentals of the experience? And so that's how it came to be. We have a close relationship with Paradox Interactive. They are, office neighbors almost in Stockholm as well. So that relationship is what nurtured Afterlife to come to life, and eventually now Cities VR as well.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that.
Just want to say, you talk about different genres. We went from a family puzzle kind of game to very, very dark and sinister horror experience in Afterlife, and now we're doing a city builder. So I guess you can call us the VR gaming industry genre jumpers, if you want to.
And right, and like
really big leaps we're doing between the genres at the moment. Yeah.
And like any skilled. And like any skilled chess player, I'm sure you guys have the next 2 or 3 moves lined up, right, already?
Yes, I would say so.
All right.
We're also doing publishing now, so we're helping smaller developers bring their games to market, and we hope to, officially say something about that relatively soon. There's a lot of interest from indie devs who really need our expertise. Yeah, so hopefully relatively soon we'll be able to share more games, not just internal coming from Fast Travel, but other developers' games as well. So we have a really, really cool 2022 and on ahead of us, I would say.
Yeah, and you can really, this is becoming kind of like a hallmark of the who's who of the Gen 1 VR studios, because we're seeing this same kind of expansion into publishing from other studios as well, like Resolution and In Dreams that you mentioned before, and even Mirrorwind. I mean, there's tons of examples, but you can kind of tell who VR is working out for by this one tale. Like we're starting to see a stratification now among what was previously all kind of considered one big pool of indie VR studios.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. And I mean, I was actually surprised of how many small developers there are out there with amazing game concepts, yeah? And really, really skilled dev teams, but they are just extremely few in the team. Or they have no experience of bringing a game to market. They have no connection to the platform owners, for example. They have no experience in storefronts and asset creation, like marketing assets, stuff like that. So, which is, I mean, it's awesome to see how many cool games are out there just waiting to hit the market. And I you know, having these insights now, I think VR gamers are in for a real treat over the next few years. Some surprise hits will definitely happen already in 2022, I'd say.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And it's been our.
It's so important. It's so important for big studios to do the publishing part of it, just to help these smaller guys get out there. Because again, we're still young, right? VR is still young. It's still growing, and without these smaller developers putting games out there, there may not be enough content out there for everybody to get into. So as we grow, we need the smaller developers to make the games in between these big AAA game titles that we're going to have.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we've seen in the flat screen gaming industry, there were a few years in between the indie scene really took off, where you only got basically sequels from the big guns, the developers. Yeah, we don't want to end up there in VR. And I think by us and other studios, like you mentioned, doing publishing, helping smaller devs, we will also ensure that there are, these indie titles, let's call them indie titles, but, these more creative titles that have such a potential to also enter the hands of VR gamers out there. And they probably wouldn't have done that unless it was for this collaboration in the industry at the moment. So it's a healthy sign, I think, for years to come.
I would agree, because we've noticed a lot throughout the early days that there have been tons of amazing games from smaller developers that really never saw the kind of success that they deserved, because a lot of these guys are really clueless when it comes to marketing. And I think that, this role that your studio and the others are playing is really going to help the entire market as a whole as we go forward.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of years back, it was kind of enough to drop a good game on the market because the competition wasn't that big in the beginning. Even in the early days of Oculus Quest, it was still a closed ecosystem. You only had like 30 games to pick from for the first 3, 4, 5 months. So, it was enough at that time to just release a game that was good enough. Today, competition is fierce as well, and it's kind of hard to get into first-party communications. So marketing and the publishing side of things has grown in importance a lot, I would say, these last 2 years. So it's no longer enough just to have a really cool game concept. You need to, be able to round it up and ship it, but then ultimately to market it as well. It's growing in importance, the role and the stuff that I do, for example, in VR gaming, which was bound to happen, of course. That's what competition does for you. You need to find a way to make yourself heard and differentiate from competitors and stuff.
Right. And the importance is only going to continue to grow as new marketplaces and competitors for Meta pop up over the next few years, and the whole market becomes more complex. It's just going to become more and more important. Anyway, as much as I would love to sit here for 2 hours talking about the VR market, there are zombies just on the other side of that door there that want to kill you.
Oh, okay then.
Let's get to
Yeah,
it.
let's go kill. Talk and kill. It's a good combination.
That's right. Oh shoot! What happened?
Where's my dog barking, guys?
Damn it! I thought it was Jim Hall's dog.
Oh,
Snowbreed! They're here! That's my favorite. I'm like, oh, dude, they've been here. Oh, I'm stuck in a wall or something.
Yeah, that's gotta be one of
There we
the
go.
first things they work on if they're gonna drop a patch for this game. They need to work on some of the collision obstructions with with doors and some parts of these walls.
Well, because you're moving, at least I'm moving fast, and so,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? When you run into something, it really sticks you in it.
Well,
And,
yeah, and sometimes you can get fairly well stuck in it too, where it's just not easy to get out.
Well, that's what happened to me, that fight where you fought that boss at the end. Wes rewatched the footage and saw I was stuck in black for like
Oh, really?
Oh,
10 seconds, and
better
then
watch,
by the time I
man.
came out, I
They're
was
down there.
warm.
Gotta reload!
Ooh, the disc.
Reloading!
Hey, get off me! Rude.
Yeah.
Oh crap! We got a brute.
Don't touch my friend Root.
Running dry here!
Oh, Root.
Groot? Baby Groot? I forgot I had this gun stock.
we got him, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, behind
Ammo is running low again now for my shotgun.
There should be some up in this room up here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
So you got two guns though, right?
Yeah, of course. But I
Okay, yeah,
love
so
my shotgun.
it is. Yeah, it is nice, huh? Especially Wes's shotgun. He's got it all decked out.
Reloading.
Yeah, ammo
You know
management
who else
is
likes Wes's shotgun?
Now.
ammo management is actually one of the more important things about the gameplay loop here, especially as the difficulty level rises and more and more zombies enter the maps. Really, that's a big part of the gameplay is
Master. Master,
managing.
especially the next level up, which is Chinatown. There is just we ran that again last night. There's just no ammo in that level.
Yeah, we ran it last night too, and it was it was significantly more enemies on veteran, right?
Did you guys find the key card yet?
Or did you went on master, right?
Yeah, we didn't play anything on Master yesterday because we had radio it was new and technical glitches, a little bit.
Yeah, we
zombie
pretty
here.
much did the same thing because of Wes's sister and wife, just because they're a little new. Although I'll tell you what, man, Shell is definitely not a rookie. She was crushing.
Dude, she's been chomping at the bit to get in this game for weeks now, and I mean,
That's awesome.
she even tried on PlayStation, but had difficulty with the controls.
Yeah, how is it?
Oh, I found the key card.
Visually,
Wes,
I'm
somebody
sorry.
Grab this.
Oh, yeah, I'll get it.
Does anybody have room for a key card?
I'll just hold it.
Julian, make sure you put that in your sleeve. 'Cause
Okay,
you'll
I
drop
need
it.
to swap hands.
I mean, 'cause it-
Yeah. Oh, no,
it does- it does-
Everyone needs one.
I have a disc.
I got
so
my,
I've got a disc as well.
adrenaline in my sleeve. Can I just hold it like this then? Or
It does
where
weird
you're
things if you
supposed to
drop
use
it. I guess we can go use it right now, right?
Yeah, you just put it in the door.
Let's go.
Cool.
Oh, it's over here. Oh God, Snowies! No, they just. It's funny how they just. They're here. Like, dude, they've been here for a while. We've been killing them for like 20 minutes. Here's the door right here.
Anyway, to answer your
oh.
question,
Yeah, no, in the slot.
Oh, here we go.
Reload.
the game actually looks better than I expected on PlayStation. Even though I played it on PlayStation 5, obviously, but I was expecting it to be a little bit blurry, and it was actually crystal clear. The resolution and textures weren't that far off from the PC version, actually. And the only thing that was that really is an issue with the game right now is the control scheme. Well, that's not true.
Yeah.
There are a few bugs as well, but it's all very correctable things, and I would expect a studio like Vertigo to have it ironed out pretty quickly.
Face scanner here.
Yeah, but the move controllers is really like finicky to make FPS games for. So
yeah.
You know they got to be ready for a patch already, right? I mean, I bet you they're preparing a patch already.
Oh, for sure.
I
There's
thought
no
they
doubt.
said the next patch was going to be an update with the new maps too, right?
Well, yeah, they are planning a major content update with
Their
new.
literal words were, Mash, the next update will be adding these things. So unless somebody worded it wrong from what I saw.
You got two pipe bombs on the ground, by the way.
Do you think
Yeah, I
that would
dropped
be
them,
an
'cause I gotta
idea
get
of
some.
them holding content back on purpose?
100%. 100%.
So you think they liked the game the way it was to ship, and they said, let's hold it a level back and let's hold a couple of
sorry. My bad.
Right, and
No-
that
no
way
problem.
it feels like they're... Right, you play for a couple weeks and then there's something new. They've already said they're doing seasons, right?
Right, that's the bottom line.
Which is clearly, that's the biggest thing. We should see different levels, every, I don't know, several months, depending on what their time frame is.
Well, that's the thing. They want to do seasonal content, right? So the way that you sell seasonal content is by having season 1 have a lot of cool features for no charge. And even if this was stuff that was originally going to be in the game, they obviously felt like there's enough here to warrant a release. And then 3 months down the line, they give us the rest of what they have. And then by the time season 2 rolls around, people will be ready to drop $10 or $15 on season 2 DLC. It's actually pretty smart on their behalf.
Yeah, so I would say most likely, what Andreas was saying in the beginning, you're probably eventually going to be able to pick your own character because they're going to have models and skins.
Right.
If they're going to go seasonal, they're going to want to sell skins and they're going to want to sell different characters. So this automatic, we're going to give you one of these characters, I bet you it will go away, and they might go more towards like a population 1 type of deal where you're able to choose your character.
I think I would.
What do you guys think of the game
that's
so?
lost revenue for there.
Yeah. What do you think of the game so far? Like the launch version of this game with the 5 maps and all that? And I haven't played it yet, so I'm just curious to hear what you think. Like, is there enough to? I mean, you guys of course have 24 hours already in the game or something. So I assume there's enough content.
Yeah. I was extremely concerned at first because me personally, I'm more of the Arizona Sunshine type of guy. I like a narrative-driven adventure game. So when I heard there wasn't going to be much of that here and that it was mostly arcade-style stuff and only 5 maps, 20 to 30 minutes each, very concerned. With that said, having played the game for the last couple of weeks, it might be the game of the year. I mean, I'm so addicted to this game right now, and really it's all I want to play. So, yeah, I'm loving
The
it.
social aspect of the whole thing is amazing, though. Just teaming up like this with friends and
Right.
setting up stuff, that never gets old.
And the fact that it works cross-platform among all major VR platforms, and it runs without issue. I mean, there are so many zombies that's on screen at once that I don't know how this thing runs, even on the Quest 2, like how they're able to make it run without any kind of lag between your friends on other platforms. It really is a technical achievement, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's an accomplishment for sure.
Yeah. Anyway.
You see now why they had to delay it, right? I mean, the amount of what they're doing here, between all these cross platforms, and you could see why they said, let's delay this. How many times did they end up delaying this now? 2-3 times, but it was worth it. It's worth it. Delay a game all you want. If you're gonna put out a polished product like this, I don't care. I'll wait.
And when we were talking earlier about the Gen 1 studios that are taking it to the next level for VR, and we were mentioning all these studios that are becoming publishers as well, we left out a couple of the biggest players like Vertigo, like Archaeact, like these guys are becoming kind of the who's who now for VR. And who knows, in 5-10 years, maybe Fast Travel, maybe Servios, maybe these developers are kind of known worldwide the way some of these larger studios are in traditional gaming.
Yeah, that's bound to happen, I think. Just as we see these sort of profiles becoming a bit more crystallized around what games are coming out from. I think Vertigo might be the studio today that has the most clear profile to me with this game in Arizona. But we'll see. You know, it's still a lot of things that haven't been done in the industry yet, and as long as that happens, studios will try things out and see if they can make a next big hit.
Yeah, and with Vertigo specifically being picked up by Koch Media, that's going to give them access to a lot of well-known franchises, and I think that it's very likely we could see them going the route of Fast Travel, bringing in beloved IPs into VR.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's go kill some snowies, fellows.
The feeling when you have a full ammunition.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. There's actually these purple boxes out here regenerate. So we should.
Oh my God.
The ones give you full ammo too. The green ones only give you partial ammo. The purple ones give you full ammo.
Oh, okay.
And then the purple ones regenerate, so they'll come back in a second or two.
Oh, nice.
Green ones.
Snowbreed!
Because we're getting close to the boss fight.
Yeah.
Well, and then you see less ammo boxes, right? Less purples when the master verse, and then the next level up, which is Nightmare.
We should try Nightmare sometime soon just to see how it is.
I definitely want to do that.
I'm ready.
I would love to go into Nightmare and with Ashley and Shell and not tell them, and just to see, because it would get crazy, yo.
Gotta reload.
Did you guys run on Master at all last night, or just Veteran?
No, it was same as you. We just ran on Veteran all night because we had new people. I won't play on
Is there
easy
something up
though.
in the
That's
roof
just
there?
not worth it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a common thing for them to drop from the roof.
Well, those ones dropped right on your head last night, right, Wes?
Gotta eat her.
Or the other
Oh,
night.
it's too close to me. I gotta run. Peter coming at you. Nice, thank you.
We did it.
Yeah, no worries.
That's another thing we haven't really talked about, the audio in this game.
Yeah, they did a great job of like placing audio cues to let you know when you need to reload, when your health's low.
But
Yeah.
Even visual cues. I just had guys on me, and I knew because I was like having pulsing black. Like my screen would go black for a second, right? So I knew I was getting hit. Which is kind of nice too, right? Nice work, Jimmy.
yep, I heard that. I'm out of here.
What about me? I'm here.
No, just Jimmy.
Just Jimmy.
Jimmy's the best.
Jimmy is the best.
Okay.
You know what, Roots? You know what this game really needs to be considered as a Game of the Year contender? We need to be able to eat and drink in it every 5 minutes. That would make it so much better.
Oh yes. Yeah. I need survival in this game, yo. I can't even imagine a game that needs that less, right? But somebody will be like, yeah, please.
Yes.
Well, some people need that for substance, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotta reload.
Gotta reload. Oh, cool. I hear AC/DC.
Hanging out here.
Oh, we got to go up here.
Yeah,
through here.
AC/DC.
Yep.
So good.
Oh, yeah, Andres, as I recall, and maybe I'm wrong about this, at least at one time you were kind of into metal, right? The music you like?
Good shot.
Oh yeah, well, metal It depends on your definition of it, but I'm very into 70s, 80s.
And I wanted to ask you, because Swedish metal is a very specific genre. And I've always been curious if that's the kind of stuff you're into, or if you're into more of the North American stuff.
Found a booster.
Yeah, I am actually, and maybe sadly, I guess. The scene is still big here, though, in Sweden, the metal scene. And, you know.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with it, but there are a few bands from over there I love, like Meshuggah, for example. I absolutely love.
Yeah.
The name alone, dude. Meshuggah, bro. Come on. Who doesn't love it?
This is the type of game you want to be playing while you're listening to Meshuggah, by the way.
Well, like that's the thing.
That's what the game is missing. Some hard rock music. Some
absolutely.
Metal music in the background.
1,000%. We got a juggernaut over here, guys.
Here comes a juggernaut.
A what?
Juggernaut?
Big dude.
Oh wow.
So this is the boss fight.
You gotta run.
And what they typically do here is they try to misdirect you. So you'll get a few zombies coming from one side, and then you'll find a bunch behind you. So you really got to have eyes in the back of your head.
And keep moving as much as you can, right?
Right.
And reload often, because if you end up without bullets, it makes it difficult to... Because I run myself out and then I'm screwed. Oh my God, someone's behind me.
No.
I gotta keep moving. They're here! Oh God, I didn't even know.
Oh, here comes the smasher.
The boss?
That's me.
Do not let this thing get anywhere near you.
Smasher.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were in this game, Eric.
Oh, yeah, it's me, bro.
Ma
I own this dude.
Masher is the smasher.
This is my game, bro.
Oh, look at that guy.
Yeah, right.
Can you get help somehow here? No?
Nope, not unless you brought it with you, but I've got one if you need it. Hold still.
I did drop the stem on the floor
Yeah.
over here. That was
Bing, gotcha.
Hold still right now, though.
Yeah, I got you. It's done.
It's coming from me. That's kind
I wish I could say I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm really not.
Yeah, really. That's good for me.
You just shoot him, I'll run.
Yeah, right.
We did
Boom,
it.
we did it.
I ran so good.
Yeah.
You played your role well.
Yeah, right. You gotta run this game. You gotta run.
Reloading.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, great, right?
So good.
So now we get to collect our prize. So again, it's going to kick us back into the lobby individually, and we'll have to party up all over again.
Right.
Okay, before you hit the button, Wes.
Yeah.
I have a harder part out, and I got to leave now. So I wanted to say I was cool meeting you, and you're going to get to hang out with AI Jimmy. So you're going to get to meet him firsthand.
Well, that's cool, bro. Have a good day at work.
Jimmy beats AI Jimmy, though.
Yeah, you too, bro.
Yeah,
And yeah, I will. I'm sure we'll be playing tonight at some point, right?
Well, I got to work tonight, so. But
You gotta take the day
Well,
off.
maybe before. Yeah,
After
really.
the fall Friday, you gotta take the day off.
when am I going to catch up on like Lone Echo 2 and Sniper Elite and all this
Dude,
stuff,
I don't
though?
know.
Yeah,
how
because we have a
Resident
hard.
Evil 4 or
We have a hard out too, guys. January 2nd or 1st is coming very fast. We don't have much time to check these games out, so that is
Right.
the conundrum.
Right. So Andreas, we're doing our award show on the 1st of January, like we do every year. You know, with the awards and the giveaways, and we're really stumped when it comes to Game of the Year this year because there were so many great releases. And this one's so new, we don't know if we're still in the honeymoon phase with this game or if it's really as good as it feels like it is because it feels great.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, so it's a conundrum.
Keep playing, and I guess the answer will come to you.
Well, the problem is we need to stop playing.
January 1st.
Yeah, we need to stop playing so we could refresh our minds on the other titles that came out this year. So, anyway, first world problems.
Going for 5 minutes in each one, you're good.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Right. Works for a lot of channels.
See you guys later.
All right, later, man.
Ruuts,
All right, cheers. Oh, so I got a purple floppy disk. Is that good?
Yeah. They're better than the blue ones for sure.
Fine.
Nice. Mash Daddy.
99%.
99%.
Nice, bro.
You know.
Not a bad first run.
Yeah.
Seriously. All right. I'm gonna go back. I'll pull us all into party.
Before we go, Andreas, one more thing I wanted to ask you about. We noticed. I'm sure you caught Oculus Connect this year, and there was a pretty heavy move away from gaming this year. Gaming only taking about maybe a 10-minute portion of the entire keynote, and they took the opportunity to kind of set their vision for the metaverse. And you know, while it might not be a big surprise that that's the direction we're going, we've all kind of been expecting that from them. Gaming always kind of being their carrot on the end of the stick to get people in the headsets and then switch their focus. But maybe we were a little bit surprised at how quickly they're moving into the social and business-oriented focus of the metaverse. First of all, I wanted to know what your thoughts were on that and the future of gaming on the Meta platform, and then the reasoning behind it. Do you think maybe it's the events that have been taking place over the last couple of years and the way that people have kind of been forced to isolate that's causing this kind of hasty move toward building the metaverse rather, as kind of this Internet 2.0 that we can all inhabit through technology?
Yeah, I mean, first, it wasn't that long ago since Oculus or Facebook then had a Oculus gaming showcase. Yeah, that was like end of April.
Right.
They had a dedicated gaming showcase, and I know, I mean, that didn't have, these big announcements perhaps, or surprises that people were expecting. But it was still a dedicated gaming showcase only for the Oculus headsets.
Right.
So given that, and kind of the expectance of these gaming shows to be a recurring thing from Oculus, I wasn't as surprised maybe that they turned the whole Oculus Connect or Facebook Connect into the Meta showcase or the Metaverse showcase really. I also think that they have a clear open goal here to claim the position as world leading Metaverse studio. Yeah. So, and given that and the recent success behind the Quest 2 sales, I think numbers that became semi-official a couple of weeks back were that they've been selling over 10 million units of the Quest 2, which is just amazing. It wasn't as surprising to me, though, that this is also something that they want to claim ownership of. I know that with San Andreas and Resident Evil and City Skylines for that matter, they already have a really, really dominant position when it comes to gaming and IPs at the moment. It remains to see what Sony will do, of course, with the next generation VR. But I wasn't surprised, and I think the Metaverse, it's always tricky to talk about the Metaverse because no one can really define or explain what it is. If it's more of a vision of how we live our lives, yeah, I guess so. And at what breaking point do we then enter the Metaverse, or are we already in it?
I would argue
Ready Player One experience.
Yeah, I would argue that we are absolutely already in it, and we often hear Elon Musk talking about how we already are kind of interfacing with technology through the use of our handheld devices and such. And I think that the metaverse, as Meta sees it, is kind of this next version of that, where we actually have presence inside the digital space rather than appearing at it through a window.
Sure. I mean, we sometimes have our studio meetings in Horizon just to try it out. So we have a presence when we sit next to each other at a board meeting or whatever. I'm just saying that I have a hard time seeing this. Okay, at this day and time, the world will enter the metaverse. I think it's going to be a gradual and slow-moving progression or transgression into that. And maybe at some point we'll stop and say, hey, look, guys, what happened with our way of life? It changed now. But to me, it's still more of a vision and a dream of something that a concrete bar to hit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, I think that a lot of people are buying. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Eric.
I was just going to say it's amazing how non-VR or AR companies are now buying into the metaverse. So this is not just in our field anymore. This has branched out to huge companies outside of virtual reality and outside of augmented reality that have now clamped on to the whole idea of the metaverse. So this is becoming bigger than our little world. It has made it, and now we're going to be seeing. Even though we were all early adopters, we will now, I think, be seeing us as being on the cutting edge of something.
Pioneers.
Huge.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth there, because we can see that a lot of people are buying into this vision from Facebook through investment. I mean, there's a new story every day about some multi-million-dollar funding run in some small niche technology that might pan out to be something. So I think everybody's kind of all in on the vision, and I think that the times that we're living in do indeed play into that, because again, being able to work remotely and have presence with someone who's, you're on the other side of the world from us right now, and we're hanging out, playing, and talking like as if we're in the same room. So in many ways, we're already here, and I'm completely down for it. I think that we're already past the point of no return with it, so we should just embrace it and see where it goes.
Yeah, I guess the big difference for me then, because I've been part of panels in VR for a couple of years now, and I've been to VR events with my avatar persona. Getting that sort of semi-physical feel of things, like I'm actually traveling somewhere. I've had that for a few years now. The only thing that I haven't had yet is me in person being there. I've always been a cowboy with gray beard. or a ghost, accepting a prize at the Rain Dance Film Festival as an avatar. It's not me.
Right.
I mean, I'm kind of there. I'm moving around and I'm doing things that is represented by my avatar, but there's a discrepancy between me as a person and what I'm portraying myself as, and that goes for social media as well to some extent. You could argue. That people have, are being anonymous and want to prefer it that way. But for me, what would be the next step would actually, instead of an avatar called, Cowboy Creek or whatever, it would be me going there and meeting other real persons somehow in a virtual digital world. That would be something. And then I think, that's when I dream about the metaverse and think about the metaverse, that's what I get up in my head. And we're taking baby steps towards that, of course. The technology is slowly getting to the point where we can, be at certain locations around the world without lag, which is important as well, because the technical glitches of things keep happening all the time. So there are baby steps being taken, and extremely exciting vision. And when this vision eventually is considered realized, I don't know if it's a few years or 10, 20 years ahead into the future. But we're getting there, absolutely getting there. And we're, as I said, partly we're already there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like being Jimmy.
You hear a lot of these technology companies talking about teleportation, as in actually really teleporting yourself or teleporting a version of your digital self to somewhere, and it being like modern day, or not modern day, but future teleportation in our modern day, in our real day. So that is a possibility. I think sometime in the near future, if we can get digital avatars to be close to what we currently see.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get
much as
there.
I would love to attend the Game Awards, for example, I would not like to attend the Game Awards in, let's say, VR chat and see Jeff Keighley being an alien on stage. I just wouldn't like that.
Right.
But if I were to attend with, real humans sitting there, projected there, and Jeff Keighley on stage, being projected as him, speaking live, without lag, that's something different.
Yeah, and that's the promise we've all seen since the very first time we put the headset on, right? And that's why we're all here. Anyway, we're almost out of time. So before I hit the button and we run out in a hail of bullets, I want to thank you, Andreas, for hanging out with us, for spending some of your time with us, talking tech, shooting zombies, and bearing with us through our usual technical issues. So thank you, sir. Very much appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me, guys. And enjoy Chinatown. I'm gonna go back to Stockholm.
All right. Enjoy your day. Take it easy. Get some rest, and I will talk to you again soon, friend.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
All right.
Take care now.
All right. Later.
Cheers.
All right.
Bye-bye. Let's go shoot some zombies, bro.
Yeah.